Brenda's getting ready, I will introduce myself. Hi, everyone. I'm Irit Rappley. Thank you for being here. Thank you to Brenda and Dylan for organizing this amazing, amazing event. So I'm excited to tell you about NNP Labs and what we are building. Thank you, we're up. So before we get started, just a quick show of hands. Who here would prefer, thank you, to maintain their natural hair color and never go gray? Yes. So that's just about everyone. Me too. Not quite there yet, as you can tell, but working on it. So that is the first thing that we're building at NNP Labs, and this is what it looks like in a mouse. I don't think I need to tell you which mouse was treated. The graph on the right just goes to show in a semi-quantitative way that this is repeatable across many different mice, many different experiments. The mechanism that we're harnessing is to increase the resilience of stem cells to stress. And there are lots of potential outcomes, one of which would be to prevent gray hair, or to reverse gray hair, it turns out. Lots of other things along the way, but our ultimate goal is, in fact, to increase health span, because every tissue in our body depends on stem cells, and increasing their function, increasing their resilience to stress, would be expected to increase the function of that tissue. So we are taking an FDA-approved small molecule drug, reformulating it as a topical serum, and repurposing it first for gray hair. Again, as I said, other indications in our pipeline downstream, including longevity and health span. We do have some very preliminary, not big data, not definitive yet, but some very preliminary results and limited case studies in humans that give us reason to believe that this is possible. We see reversal of gray hair with topical applications in actual living people. We're currently at the tail end of raising a $2 million pre-seed round on a SAFE. If you're interested, please come talk to me. And we are also starting now conversations with potential lead investors for our seed round, which will be our first price round, currently targeting $15 million and closing in Q3. So I had asked a question at an earlier panel this morning about kind of how do you reconcile the need for holistic, whole human treatment for longevity with the drug discovery approach of one target, one indication. And our answer to that at NNP Labs is to make sure that that target addresses something that fundamentally underlies many different aspects of disease across many different tissues, and for us, that's stem cells. In terms of who we are, so I'm a neurobiologist by training. I've spent my entire career in drug discovery, starting at pharma, through medium biotechs, and down to little baby biotechs like this. My co-founder, Victoria, is an immunologist. She is the world expert on this pathway and focuses on stem cell resilience in bone marrow. That's actually how this drug was initially discovered. This effect of this drug was initially discovered in her experiments looking at bone marrow stem cells in mice. And our third co-founder is my husband, Chris. He's a serial entrepreneur and strategic management consultant. He's been building and scaling companies and helping others to do so for decades, and now applying that to our own company. We're also putting together an amazing group of advisors to help us, each with deep expertise in their specific area. So we're building really a world-class team that is uniquely positioned to drive this specific company forward. And as I said, we're currently raising a small pre-seed round of $2 million. The main outcome of that will be a development candidate nomination with our formulation that we'll be able to take into the clinic. Already starting conversations for that seed round. That will get us to the phase 2 proof of concept data, showing in a large cohort of people that we can see reversal of gray hair. And then that will position us to go into a pivotal trial and to market. That's my last slide. I'm happy to take any questions. So that particular mouse was treated for 2 weeks following an acute stress. Treatment started after the stress. Then treatment was stopped, and that picture was taken 10 months later. So we're working towards that. Actually, that's why we're interested in the right to try as one way to get this out sooner, because our pathway, as you saw, is about 5 years to market going through formal clinical trials. But because this is an already approved drug, we're reducing the concentration by orders of magnitude and changing the formulation to topical instead of systemic. So we anticipate that the safety profile, which is already very, very good for the oral drug, we anticipate that safety profile will be much better for our drug. And that's why we think right to try is a good path here, why we're interested in it, and started talking to Dylan and Brent about it. Yeah, we probably could. We have a lot of people on that list already.
So I love that you talked about broader applications. Can you speak to the small molecule? What is it? Basically, what is the mechanism? And then what sort of indications does that open up for your pipeline down the road?
Yeah, so the identity of the small molecule would be happy to talk to under CDA. In terms of what indications it opens, again, because so the sort of well-studied function of this molecule is in immunology. It's currently used to treat autoimmune disorders. The effects on stem cells happen at much lower concentrations. As I said, we're reducing the concentration by orders of magnitude for the topical serum. And so the effect of this molecule on stem cells is not well understood or studied. That is my co-founder's niche in academia that she's working on, but she hasn't published because we started this company. So there's a lot to be still explored there in terms of the basic science. But really anywhere that stem cell function and and the longevity of normal stem cell function has a role, so cardiovascular, metabolic, diabetes, like all of these are potential use cases for this drug. Thank you.